I do like it, actually. I was a little bit nervous coming from Wrocław, it's like this pretty city, but I really like Łódź. It helps that the weather has been really good, so it's like sunny and everyone's in a good mood. So we'll see as the winter comes, but so far I like that main street, Piotrkowska.
Piotrkowska, right.
Yes, and I can ride the bike to this street and have a coffee or go shopping or read my book, and it's nice.
So Piotrkowska is your favorite place?
I think so. Right now, in the sun. Oh, that's a difficult question. I like Poland a lot, so I was kind of looking for an option to stay in Poland. Also, the head coach here, I have played against him a couple of times, and I know a lot of people who have played for him and speak very highly of him, and this team competes, and I'm ready for the challenge. I was ready to go like one step up in the Polish league and really go for the titles, so that's my main reason for coming here. In my opinion, yes. I mean, looking at it from a sportive perspective, I 100% think that it's a promotion, and I am looking forward to the season. It was loud. It was definitely different than my experience in Poland previously, so I was kind of warned ahead of time. Like a lot of these fans, they like to chant, they like to clap, and so I was forewarned to what to expect, but I still was not expecting the level of intensity coming from the fans during that first practice. I get along with everyone so far. I mean, it's only been 1 month, but for sure there are girls that I am closer with I think it may have something to do with the fact that we're closer in age. For example, Anya and Ola, they're closer to my age, so we kind of bonded quickly, but I feel comfortable like approaching any girl and asking for a favor or asking if they want to go get something to eat, for example, but it's nice. It's a good atmosphere on the team. I kind of look at this as a challenge. So obviously as a team, I'm looking for medals. I want to go far in the league. I want to compete in Champions League. The cup obviously is always a goal. But personally, I want to play. I'm a competitor. I'm more than ready to be on the court with these girls. I'm fairly independent. I like living and doing things on my own. So, but at the same time, I guess you could say outgoing. Like I like to have friends and talk and do things, but having my own space is really important for me. So that's another reason why I really like it here. But I think honestly the very first adjective to describe myself would be competitive. I'm competitive in everything. I will race you up the stairs, I will race you home, I will race you to finish a book, anything. It's kind of ridiculous sometimes. I'm not overly superstitious, but I do have some weird things that I'm not sure that I want to change just because it might mess up something mentally. For example, like when I put my shoes on, I always put them on right to left and then I tie them. So I don't like put one shoe on and tie it and then put the other shoe on and tie it. They're both untied and then they're both tied. So, I mean, I don't like the number 13. I don't know, not so many superstitions, but sometimes I see myself and I'm like, why does that matter? It shouldn't matter. So I lived in Wrocław last year, and I heard that the weather here is different than in Wrocław, so I'm not so sure. But in Stuttgart, it didn't snow so much because we were in a valley. So even if it was snowing up in the mountains, it didn't snow on us in the winter, but it got really cold, and as it gets cold here in Poland in the winter. But also the summers are nice and sunny. As far as also commuting is a little bit different, because in Germany, if you get on like A4, A1, it's like you can go as fast as you want. And here there's a speed limit. So I definitely see the bigger difference in the sport side of things than the personal side of things. But as far as competing in Germany, it's different because the gyms are overall smaller. So where you guys competed last year in Alice Arena, it's huge compared to any gym in Germany. The gym we have now is much more similar to the gyms all across the Bundesliga. So you would get 3,000 people on a good day, and it would be full and loud, and the fans are great. But if you get 3,000 fans in Hala Orbita in Wrocław, it still doesn't seem so like an intimate environment where everyone is heard and loud and cheering, because it's such a big space. So I'm excited actually to compete in this new gym, because I have heard the fans already in the first practice, and I know that they draw really good numbers as far as people who attend the games. So that's the number one difference. As far as the strength of the league goes, it's kind of hard to say, because we both leagues have the same kind of, not problem, but have the same tendencies, where the top 4 teams are really, really, really strong, and the bottom 4 teams are really, really weak. Overall, I think the weaker teams in Poland are stronger than the weaker teams in Germany, but I think that the strongest teams in the 2 leagues would really go at it. Okay, if I'm being honest, I'm not so educated on this, but let's just put it this way. I think they can win unless they play USA.